Hello! Vlog 18, back-to-back vlogs like I promised. So this one is going to be about the Kooks and my interview yesterday. So I'm going to start with the Kooks. Now I've waited probably 3.5 years to see the Kooks, and they played at Lupo's one time back in 2008, and they played, I believe it was Farm Aid back in 2008. But unfortunately, I couldn't go, I didn't go, it was a school night, blah blah blah. My parents were like, you're not going on a school night. So, oh, and I didn't have my license, so that's a big deal too. So I didn't get to go. So finally, they announced that they're on sale and having a US tour. I made sure that I got pre-sale tickets, general admission, because there's no other way to do a show than pushed up against the barrier. So got the general admission tickets like 3 months ago, and literally, I didn't start a countdown, but it was like, oh, a month until the Kooks. Oh, 2 weeks until the Kooks. Oh, 3 days until the Kooks. So that's basically what it was. I drive there. It's at the House of Blues in Boston. Now, I've never been to the House of Blues in Boston. And after my experience, I like it. So definitely a consideration for more shows. So the Kook show was sold out, as I mentioned before in a previous blog if you watched. So I was having high expectations. I knew it was going to be really crammed. I knew it would be a lot of girls. So I get there, and I'm waiting in line, and I'm probably seventh in line. I don't know. And I knew BRU was going, and I knew that they had like a meet and greet winners thing that they showed up in a limo. So I see the limo get there, and I run out, and I'm like, Hillary, Alyssa, hey. So can you guys like let me know if we do the meet and greet and whatnot? And so what happened was it ended up happening so fast for them because it was right before doors opened that she didn't get a chance to text me or call me. So she texted me after the postals and she said, hey, sorry about that. Like it was really fast, just all happened so quick. So I'll see what I can do after. I was like, okay, no problem. So the doors finally open and there's bag check. Now, all of the girls, of course, have a pocketbook. So I am standing there patiently in line, and these jerks, like, just kept pushing in front of me. I'm like, all right, okay, I'm still getting to the front. Joke's on you. So after all that, I run to the, like, barrier, and I end up behind these two tall guys. Now, first off, you're a guy. Why are you trying to get to the front for the Kooks? And you're 6'2". That's kind of an asshole move. So I was pissed. So I was up their asses all day. Like I was like bumping them casually so they'd turn around and be like, oh, sorry, or like getting really close to them so if they moved and they turned, they would see me. Didn't quite work though. So the whole postels set, I guess that's how you pronounce it, postels, they were in front of me and I was on tiptoes. But I could see well enough. I knew two of the Postel songs. I had heard of them before from this song called White Night. And it's really cool. It's really like energetic and just fun. And then I heard of their other song, which is a single off of their new album, 1, 2, 3, Stop. So I knew that they would be pretty good, and they actually were really good. I just wish I knew more of the song, so I'm going to have to look into that. So finally, waiting and waiting and waiting. Intermission was like 25 minutes. It had to have been. And these girls are like on my back. Literally, like I was standing there and the girl was talking to her friend and her shoulders were on my shoulders. And I was just like pushing a little bit because I didn't want to get pushed out of my spot. So then, they open with Is It Me? The Kooks come on and open with Is It Me? And that's the first single. I thought it was their second single, but I guess it's the first single. They released it before they released Drunk of the Heart Happy. So they play Is It Me? And everyone's all excited. Then Always Where I Need to Be comes on, and these two girls just push their way forward. That I got thrown. But being clever, I reached between the two guys and grabbed the barrier and held onto the barrier literally the whole night because I was not getting pushed out of the way. So these two guys like were getting a little frustrated, but they weren't even like singing along, so I didn't even feel bad in the least bit. Like if you're going to go to a band and you're going to stand front row and you're going to be that tall asshole, you better know the songs or teenage girls like me are going to get pissed. So I ended up sideways holding onto the barrier. The tall guy in front of me, I'm basically like grinding him the whole night. The girl that pushed me forward was like grinding me the whole night, but it was worth it because I could see. And, you know, just a little bit of uncomfort for to see the band. It's totally okay. Um, they played like a bunch of old songs before they started getting into the new stuff, which was cool. They played Sofa Song. They played Matchbox, which is like one of my favorites, just for the line, the kooks are out in the street. Oh, we're going to steal your signs. It's so much fun. Um, then they played Seaside, but all of the band went off. Dog's whining. She makes an appearance in all of my videos, whether she wants to or not, whether I want her to or not. But they played Seaside, and the band went off, and Luke stayed out. So Luke just has his guitar, and he's like, this is a little song, and this is while, the band drinks a beer. I posted the video of it. It's probably like 2 videos back on the side. I don't know. If you go up and click on the thing, it's in there. And so it was this massive sing-along, like everybody, she wants to go to the seaside. It was just so much fun. The girl that actually was next to me and the girl that was next to me at the very beginning before I got pushed forward, they both found the video on Facebook, on YouTube. Yeah, that would be weird if they found it on Facebook. But they found it on YouTube, and they both commented, oh my God, I was next to you. I was like, no way. So they continued playing. They played the alternate version of See the Sun instead of the conch version, which is like, it sounds a little more metallic almost. I can't really describe it any other way, but I like it better. So I was really excited about that. I was really sad because I didn't play Rosie, which is one of my favorites off of Junk of the Heart Happy, the album. But they played Eskimo Kiss, which is my favorite off of the album. So I was really happy about that. So they played Do You Wanna last. And Do You Wanna is just so energetic, so much fun. So we're all dancing, jumping nonstop. It was crazy. Then they go off. And of course they hadn't played Junk of the Heart and they hadn't played Naive. So everyone was like, they're going to come back. So we all start screaming one more song, encore, Kooks, Kooks, Kooks. Finally they come back on and Luke sits down at the piano. Now they start playing Saboteur, and Saboteur was I thought it was going to be on Junk of the Heart, but it didn't end up making the cut, so I guess it's considered a B-side now. But they released it as a download on their website, but I guess a lot of people didn't really know about it because they were playing it and no one really knew it. So I'm screaming along, and Luke notices me and just looks and smiles, and I'm like, yes! So then after Saboteur, they played Junk of the Heart Happy. And they were playing it, and as he was saying, I want to make you happy, I want to make you feel alive, he was, looking straight at straight out at the audience where I was standing, and I was just I love this right now. Of course, a lot of girls think Luke is, sexy and everything. I mean, he's, really cute, but I'm not, crazed like that. I just really more appreciate him as a musician, and I love Hugh just because of his style. So after they played Junk of the Heart, they played Naive. And Naive was obviously their biggest hit, what put them on the map, what everyone knows. So that was a huge, huge dance party. And then afterward, they threw their picks and stuff. But people didn't see that Hugh threw his pick. So it landed probably 4 or 5 people to the left of me. And I noticed it fall, and it was bright orange. And so I didn't see Luke's pick get thrown. So the kid next to me, despite not even knowing half of the songs, says to the bodyguard, whatever the guy is, can you grab that pick for me? So he gets the pick with the Kooks monogram on it, and I was just I was so not angry, but just kind of miffed a little, because why should you get it when me and 7,000 other girls are screaming, But I asked the guard, I was could you grab that pick right there for me, please? It's orange. And he grabs it and he hands it to me, and I was I got Hugh's pick. I should have it on me. It's upstairs. I don't feel like getting it. I would show you guys, but I would have to take the computer on a joyride, and I don't really want to do that. There's a picture on my Twitter, which I'll put the link below. So after, I had friends that went that were from college, so I wanted to meet them, so I'm calling them. I'm hey, where are you guys? So I met up with them, and then I found out that some girl got Luke's autograph, and she was all screaming and everything, so there was a mad rush to the back alley. So I got to stand there, and it wasn't that cold, kind of cold, but they were guys, so they kept me warm. So we were standing there by the alleyway waiting, and Luke comes out, Hugh comes out, and like a few other people come out, and everyone of course goes to Luke. So I'm like, I'm going to Hugh. I'm making the smart move. Ow, my dog just bit me. Kind of hurt. So I go to Hugh and I'm like, Hugh! And he's like, hey! And I was like, could you sign this? Because I have my Junk of the Heart CD sleeve. Of course, my pen is like half dying. Like, son of a bitch. So I have Hugh's imprint on the CD sleeve like 5 times. It's okay. But I got a picture with him and it made life all worth it. And then the drummer was standing there too, and there was only one girl standing next to the drummer. So I was like, yep, going for the drummer next. And he was like, hey. And I was like, hey. I was like, I heard you guys are going to play Providence in February. Oh, that's a rumor, so shh. Not really a rumor, but it's not really like confirmed. I found out from the girl that was running the meet and greet for BRU. And he's like, yeah, I think we're going to do a U.S. tour in February. I was like, well, definitely hit up Providence. And then I had my staff pass on because if I saw the record label rep, I was going to be like, hey, I'm with BRU. Like, can you get me to meet them or something? Just because, I don't know, it was more of a, my brain works funny when it's really cold out. So I was talking to Denny and I was just like, yeah, I'm with WBRU. So if you guys if you guys play a show in Providence, I'll definitely be there and I'll probably be staffing it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they do. And I actually get to meet them and get a group photo because that would basically make my life. So he was like, oh, what's your name? And I was like, Cassandra. And he's like, I'm Denny. Nice to meet you. And I was like, please remember me. Just as I went to go for Luke, I went to put my hand on his shoulder and I was like, Luke. And then one of the guards was just like, this is a working alleyway. Get out of the way. Grabbed Luke, put him in a car. The rest of the guys got in a car and they all drove off. But it was worth it because I got Hugh's pick and I met Hugh and I met Denny and I got pictures with them. So I consider that pretty worth it. So it was pretty eventful. And I was going to talk about the interview, but the video is already 12 and a half minutes and I'm probably boring you by now. Or not, maybe. I don't know. So I'll talk about that in another video. That'll give me another video's topic, I guess. Yay. I think the interview went pretty well, though. I'll just save that for the details. But it's really long, and I'm going to stop it now because you guys are probably bored. So thanks for watching. Bye, guys.